What teacher's behavior should have landed them in a maximum security prison? I was playing golf with my buddies when my Apple Watch sent me an alert. My daughter Ophelia had texted me. She wrote, "Dad, we have a student teacher and she doesn't believe peanut allergies exist." It was Ophelia's first day of school. I just rolled my eyes and thought to myself that the student teacher was probably another dumb millennial. But then Ophelia texted me again. "Dad, she's coming towards me with a bag of peanuts saying I need exposure therapy." I was already getting in my car to drive towards the school, but then another text. "Dad, she's pouring peanut dust all over my desk. I can't breathe. I don't have my EpiPen. Please help, I'm in room 88. The teacher's locking the door and taking our phones." Then silence. I pressed down on the gas pedal, sweat pouring down my face as I sped down the highway. Ophelia only had 6 minutes left before her throat closed completely. It was the number her allergist had drilled into my head years ago. When I finally got a phone signal, I called 911. "Hi, this is 911. My daughter's teacher locked the door and is feeding her peanuts right now." I screamed so hard into the phone that my throat felt raw. "She could die." The woman on the other end cleared her throat, and I knew she thought I was crazy. "Sir, is the teacher actively threatening her with a weapon?" I was losing my mind. "She's poisoning her with peanuts." The woman's voice was condescending. "So, no weapon? I'll dispatch a unit, but this sounds like a medical call. Let me transfer you to..." Beep. I hung up. There was no time for that. I called the front office while going 90 on the freeway. Some woman answered with a cheerful, scripted greeting. "Welcome to Sunnyside Middle School. My daughter is in room 88. I interrupted. "Your substitute teacher is deliberately exposing her to peanuts. She could die." She took so long to respond, I thought she hung up. "Excuse me? My daughter has severe anaphylaxis, and this teacher thinks allergies aren't real. She's not letting her access the EpiPen." "Sir, I'm going to need to look into this. She has minutes to live. Your teacher is killing her right now." The woman's tone shifted, patronizing. "Sir, let's not exaggerate. Mrs. Brady has a PhD. I ended the call. A minute later, I arrived at Sunnyside Middle School and got out of the car so aggressively that my door practically vibrated. I spotted room 88 from the parking lot, blinds shut, against school policy. My hands were shaking as I threw open my door and ran. The receptionist stood up when I burst through the entrance. "Sir, you need to sign," but I was already running past her, taking the stairs 2 at a time. She shouted something about security, but her voice faded behind me. When I got there, the door was locked. I could hear chaos inside. Kids yelling. Someone was vomiting. I slammed my fist against the door. Clang, clang, clang. "Open up now! We're in the middle of a lesson!" The student teacher's voice was irritated. "These children need to learn that allergies don't exist. They can't let their minds control their bodies." I heard Ophelia inside the classroom. She sounded like her throat was seconds away from closing. "Please, I need..." Then the substitute again, louder this time, lecturing. "You see? Classic psychosomatic response. She's convinced herself she's sick. My parents cured me of this nonsense when I was a child." Something snapped in me. I threw my shoulder into the door. It didn't budge. These doors were built to withstand lockdowns. I slammed into it again. Pain shot through my arm. Nothing. The receptionist had caught up to where I was, breathless. "Sir, you're destroying school property. I'm getting the principal. Then get someone to unlock this door. My daughter is dying in there." I heard a student on the inside yell, "Ophelia's lips are turning blue." I ripped the fire extinguisher off the wall and started swinging at the handle. Teachers poked their heads out of nearby classrooms. Nobody moved to help. The handle finally gave out. I kicked the door open. The room looked like a nightmare. Ophelia was crumpled on the floor, face so swollen I barely recognized her. Half the class was crying, and standing over my daughter, still holding that bag of peanuts, the student teacher was shaking her head. "Such theatrics. This is exactly what's wrong with your generation." The student teacher was arrested, but she pulled some strings and got out of jail after 2 weeks.